Hey friends, so in the last video we remodified this Profile.js, but what we didn't go through is I want you to make that profile equal to connect app.map state to props app.map dispatch the props profile, and then do an export default Redux form with profile and enable re-initialize true. So what enable re-initialize do is that it basically just takes the values that you have in your store and populate that in the form. So what they say here is pass a enable re-initialize proper Redux form parameter set to true to allow the form to re-initialize with the new pristine values every time the initial value props changed. So I'm going to link to this document and you can read all about it, but you could just change that and you'll be set to go. So the next thing I want to do is I want you to add this styles.js. It should already be added, but for me, when I looked into it, it wasn't there for some reason, so maybe I didn't commit it. But anyways, add it or change it. What you want to do here is you want to add this profileHeaderStyles with margin top equals 20 and the color equal to that sky blue. So that's what you want to do there. The next thing you want to do is, let me check my notes. You want to go to your Router.js, and what you want to do here is we're going to add in this createStackNavigator. And what the Stack Navigator does, it basically presents us a way to navigate through screens, and using the options that are there will give a label and an icon that we'll be able to click on that exists inside the drawer that we could click through to go to the screen that we want. So let's add that createStackNavigator, and then we're going to import our Profile.js from before, and then we're going to change this class profile extends to a const profile container. And see here we have this profile. This profile key will take us to the screen profile, which is what we imported. We have the navigation options. This drawerIcon uses an Ionicons, and I'm going to show you that in a bit, and the drawerLabel profile. So when we open the drawer, it'll have a profile text label with an iOS icon person right next to it. So if we go over here, if you Google Ionicons or ionicons.com, what you'll see is there's a bunch of icons, and this is the icons we use. If you open up Inspector here, you'll see that it has this iOS person. So that's the key to this icon here. But if you open it up, there's a bunch of icons that you can use. Now, createStackNavigator, I'm not going to go through it, but basically it's what I said. It provides a way for your app to transition between screens where each new screen is placed on top of the stack. And these are the options. Basically, it's just a copy and paste work with a little bit of touch-ups from myself. I'm going to link to this reference document so you can read it over if you're really interested. But what I showed you here is basically what you really want to do everywhere. So the next thing we're going to talk about is Segas.js. I just wanted to make a check to make sure that you're doing a response.data, because you won't be able to get the right data if you don't do response.data. And lastly, I want us to talk about this config document. So remember that when we go back to our profile.js, we have this import star as config from services.config. So what I want you to do over here is I want you to go to your services folder, and if you haven't already, I want you to create your config folder. And we don't need to put index because index is what it's looking for in that folder. So you just do make a new config folder and add the index.js file in there. So let's go over to that index.js file and take a look. I told you before that we're using these constants. If you look over here in profile.js, you could see that we're doing config.cloudfront.staging. So these are the constants that we're exporting. And you could see that they basically are variables of our CloudFront URL that we use in order to provide the pictures. I'm also doing export const environment app env node and that is taken from my web application. So this will need a little bit of massaging later, but that's just to give you a skeleton of the environments that we're going to set later on in this series. So that's basically it. A short video for today, but everything that I really wanted to go through. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I will probably add, oh, there's one more thing. I have added assets, which is a bigger profile icon that we will use, and that was included in the last video. But that said, please join our mailing list and our Facebook group in order to get the assets and all the file changes, big file changes that I will not go through in this video series. So do that, join our mailing list and join our Facebook group, and please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.